Hey Libra, let's talk about Venus. September is the last month where we see that Mercury energy. Mercury retrograde was fun, but Venus retrograde happened in August and July, and we are now getting through that shadow period. A shadow period is the space where Venus retrograded. So the things and the stripping away that we felt this summer, we're getting those new materials to rebuild, to reconstruct those things that were ripped apart. Venus made a couple aspects already. The 23rd, she made a square to Jupiter, and there was an adjustment period. There was a understanding that compromise is required in order to apply these new techniques, apply this new wisdom. Being that Jupiter is retrograde, sitting in Venus's sign, this was pretty significant. This was about personal values. This was about speaking on your truth. The funny thing is with Venus is she's shifted now into a morning star. We're in a very different vibration now. And on the 23rd, there's a trine to Chiron. I'm recording this on the 22nd, so that aspects is already starting to link in. Trine to Chiron is healing, but it's you got to look at the wound before you can apply the proper medicine. Um, and that may look like buying a self-help book, but it could also look like seeing a doctor. Chiron is theorized to work with Virgo energy, and we are leaving Virgo season in the tropical astrology, still deeply in it in the sidereal. So there is this frequency of focusing on doing the right thing for ourselves for the long run, doing the healing work, recognition and self-awareness. It's a big part of healing, because if you don't look at the wound, you can't fix it. We're moving into eclipse season. Now, the retrograde may have ended, but with the eclipses happening and starting to happen in the signs of Aries and Libra, we are no doubt, undoubtedly, facing our own internal parallels of masculine and feminine balance, where we have harmony, where we have disharmony. The big change is coming. On the 29th, there will be a square to Uranus, and it will be unavoidable because you're being tested by the outside. You're being tested by global events. You're being tested by physical abnormalities in your environment. And people are going to be obtuse. Uranus is also in a Venus ruled sign. It's not your sign, but it is ruled by the same ruler that you have, Libra. If you don't apply these new tactics, there's a lot to lose. And you saw a glimpse of it this summer, so it's time. It's time to take it very seriously. And there's going to be people who just don't agree. There's going to be people who say, what are you doing? You're not rolling like you used to. And as these eclipses comes into October, the fuck it is being activated. Ten of Wands reversed is your first card. You hit the end and said, no, I don't have enough. I gotta go back. I have to look at how I got here. This journey in the first place has taken me so far, and I've learned so much, but I really haven't taken a second to sit and absorb those lessons and project on the future about what I do after I finish carrying this bundle. This bundle. You have everything to lose, and you recognize that. You're wise enough to know that you're at the end of this cycle, and it's in entirely your power to properly navigate this. With the King of Pentacles reversed, you cannot just pompously push through. You have to recognize what you know. Your knowledge is solid. You may not like what you know. It may be frustrating, but it's knowledge and it's truth, and you have to be honest with yourself about what that means. You may have made contracts or agreements recently that were in a trial phase. A lot of cards turned up here. A lot. Like, this is going to be the deck that I shuffle. But first, and that's in the extended, but first, another 10, the 10 of Swords. Now this is upright. These are the logical lessons that you've accomplished. You know it's the end. And if you don't do this, you stand to lose a lot. Bankruptcy can happen with the King of Pentacles reversed and this many 10s. You cannot just push through and expect things to work if you didn't absorb how much pain it took you to carry all that weight all this time. Now another card popped up with the 10 of Swords. This is guidance. This is the Page of Wands. This is it, and it was reversed. This is information about where in this journey that you rushed through, that you rushed into, do you need to go back? What step? You're almost there. The Page comes after the 10. And if you acknowledge all of the lessons and you impart them and their wisdom, you can flip that page around. But if you don't, you'll never be a king or queen. You'll never accomplish that full sense of direction. You'll be playing it minute by minute instead of having confidence in the long view. Who wants that kind of stress, bro? Not me. And I'm a Libra moon. So as this last bit of September closes up and we have that square to Uranus on the 29th, I need you to understand you have a thing to say. You have information to share, and you have to stop caring what the outcome's going to be. You just need to be honest. Uranus energy is authentically, unapologetically honest. Because the truth will stand forever. And universal truths will always ring true to those who are not in denial about where they really are. So we're going to go into the extended. These cards here, I'll let you guys do a little peek. These will be the ones that I shuffle out because they all flipped over. And at the bottom is the High Priestess, which is very encouraging because it means that the message that you're going to hear is something you can tap into. Following your intuition and being kind and soft with yourself through this process is absolutely required. I'll see you in the extended.